everybody, and welcome back to Avree MC's Avree Storyland. Today we're going to read chapter 4 for homework. Let me just read the last sentence of this one. Ray asked Phoebe's mother, "Who's Ray?" That was for chapter 3. Now we're going to start chapter 4. Mrs. Jules was teaching the class about fractions and decimals. She explained that 0.5 was the same as 1/2. Mac raised his hand. Mrs. Jules pretended not to see him. "Ooh, ooh," Mac groaned as he stretched his arm so high that it hurt. Mrs. Jules pretended not to hear him. Jenny raised her hand. "Yes, Jenny." Mrs. Jules was glad to ask on anyone besides Mac. Max has his hand raised, said Jenny. Thank you, Jenny," murmured Mrs. Jules. "Yes, Mac, what is it?" "I couldn't find one of my socks this morning," said Mac. "Man, I looked everywhere. In my closet, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. But I just couldn't find it. I asked my mother, but she hasn't seen it either." "That's very interesting, Mac," Mrs. Jules said patiently. "But what does that have to do with decimals?" "Because I only could find half of my socks." "Oh, right," said Mrs. Jules. "Does anybody else have any questions about decimals?" "Yes, John." "Did you look under the bed?" asked John. "That's one of the first places I looked," said Mac, "but it wasn't there." "Did you check the dirty clothes?" asked Ron. "Maybe it got never washed." "I checked," said Mac. "Do you have a dog?" asked Steve. "Maybe your dog took it." "No, my dog doesn't wear socks," said Mac. "Why didn't I just put on a different sock?" asked Allison. "Even if it didn't match." "I thought of that," said Mac. "See, if I wore a sock that didn't match, I had to be left with one sock then of that color tomorrow. Then I have to wear that sock that I had to wear that didn't match with it. Then that's so far and so on for the rest of my life. I'll never wear matching socks again." Well, be that as it may, Mrs. Jules, we really need to go back to decimals. "Yes, Stephen. Once I had both of my socks on," said Stephen, "but I wasn't wearing any shoes. My mom just waxed the floor too. I slid around on it like I was skating. It was a lot of fun. Until I fell off the kitchen table and broke 2 dishes. Then I got in trouble." "What is that? What's that got to do with my socks?" Mac asked impatiently. Stephen shrugged. "Did you ever find your other socks?" asked Lisa. "Yep," said Mac. "But you'll never guess where. In the refrigerator." He held out his arms in the bewilderment. "How did it get there?" No one knew. "See, here it is," said Meg, climbing on top of his desk so everyone could see his feet. He pointed to his left foot and said, "This is the sock I had from the beginning." He pointed to his right foot and said, "And this is the sock I couldn't find." His socks were red with gold lightning bolts down the side. "Ooh, hot socks," said Marina. "No, it was cold after being in the refrigerator," said Mac. Still standing on top of his desk "I made up a song too. While I was looking for it. Do you want to hear it?" he said. "I got one sock, looking for the other. One sock, looking for his brother. When I find that sock, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick it on my foot and I'll put it on my foot and stick it in my shoe." The bell rang for recess. "Since we didn't finish our, I'll just say math lesson," said Mrs. Jules, "you'll have to do the rest for homework." The kids all groaned as they headed outside. After recess, it was science. Mrs. Jules was teaching the class about dinosaurs. She told the class there are two types of dinosaurs. The ones that ate meat and the ones that ate only vegetables. Do you mean like broccoli? Asked Ronnie. I don't think they had broccoli back then, said Mrs. Jules. There were different kinds of animals back then. Then there were also different kinds of vegetables. Max raised his hand. Mrs. Jules pretended not to see him. Ooh! Ooh! Max Brown looked like he was going to explode. Mrs. Jules pretended not to hear it. She called him Myron. Mac has his hand raised. I said, thank you, Myron, muttered Mrs. Jules. Yes, Mac. My uncle grew the biggest watermelon you ever saw in your whole life. Man, it was huge. It was so heavy I couldn't even lift it. Mac, what does that have to do with dinosaurs? Asked Mrs. Jules. Because it must have been a kind of watermelon that dinosaurs ate, said Mac. Did you eat it? Asked DJ. Not all of it, said Mac, shaking his head. It was too big for me. I love watermelon. What did it taste like? Asked Marina. Delicious, said Mac. But lots of seeds. You shouldn't eat the seeds, otherwise the watermelon might grow inside your stomach. Once I heard about a lady who was so fat and never thought she was going to have a baby. But she didn't have a baby. She had a watermelon. Was it a boy or a girl? Asked Joy. Everybody laughed. Mrs. Jules never finished her lesson about dinosaurs. She had to sign up for homework. After school, Mac walked home with his girlfriend, Nancy. Nancy's class was on the 23rd floor of White's High School. Mac carried his art, a math book, his science book, his reading book, and his language book and his spelling book. Nancy didn't have any books. I'll carry your books for you, Mac, she offered. Mac gave Nancy his books. Don't you have any homework? Yes. She shook her head. Man, it's unfair, said Mac. Mrs. Jules assigns more homework than any other teacher in Waits at school. That is all what we're going to be reading for today. I'm putting in a new bookmark because I want to. I really hope you enjoyed this chapter for it, our book. So I really hope you enjoyed. And make sure you look for the other 3 episodes. Bye!